My name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends?
Number 10. Popples. What happens when an inside-out flip transformation trick meets body horror? You get Popples. These cute and colorful plush pals were created by Mattel in 1986.
See? Pop goes the Popple.
They looked like adorable teddy bear cousins with long poofy tails. The inside-out flip transformation was their gimmick. They could be flipped into a ball or pouch. But for Popples, this looked like a fuzzy friend folding into a fleshy cocoon.
Bedtime. Goes the Popple.
Add to this the oversized glossy eyes and the deadpan stare that seemed to follow you no matter where you went. Let's just say bedtime wasn't so comforting anymore. Though they were marketed as fun companions, the Popples' unsettling stare and strange contortions gave children nightmares instead of sweet dreams. Number 9. Garbage Pail Kids. Cabbage Patch Kids were their own oddity, but at least they looked sweet. Garbage Pail Kids were the gross parody that no one asked for. Still, millions loved them.
They're a takeoff on the Cabbage Patch Kids, but these garbage kids are ugly and nasty.
Introduced as trading cards in 1985 by Topps, they showcased everything from exploding heads, building warts, and pus-oozing sores to snot streams and mutated features. The kids loved it, and the parents hated it.
It looks like the atomic bomb. It looks communistic. It looks like maybe someone is trying to break the American family.
Despite this negative reception, the gross-out humor proved to be a big hit. The shock factor gave way to two polarizing views. For some, these cards were funny. To others, they were nightmare fuel. Either way, they perfectly captured the 1980s ew aesthetic.
Parental objection to these cards is such that one school district in Connecticut banned the cards from all school property.
Number 8. My Buddy Doll. For a long time, dolls were seen as only for girls. Then, in 1985, along came My Buddy, which broke the stereotype. Released by Hasbro, these dolls were designed to be a child's best friend, opening the doll market to young boys.
My buddy, I'll teach him everything that I know.
But all good things must come to an end. 1988's horror classic Child's Play made sure of this. The movie introduced Chucky, a murderous doll who looked eerily like My Buddy. From then on, the doll's legacy was tarnished. My Buddy just didn't seem the same anymore. The innocent smile of the doll now felt sinister. Its vacant eyes seemed to harbor something darker. Thanks to Hollywood, a doll meant to comfort became synonymous with horror instead.
My buddy and me.
Number 7. Teddy Ruxpin. A talking doll seemed like a wonder in the 80s. When Worlds of Wonder released Teddy Ruxpin into the wild in 1985, they struck gold. Teddy was no ordinary teddy bear.
My name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends?
Yeah.
Insert a cassette tape into it, and his mouth and eyes moved while narrating bedtime stories. For kids in the 80s, this was like high-tech magic. But high-tech doesn't always age gracefully.
Hi there. My name is Teddy Ruxpin.
Whenever Teddy malfunctioned, he went from animatronic marvel to creepy glitch show. A stuttering voice, jerky movements, and glassy eyes that refused to blink meant Teddy was no longer a bear. Kids still love Teddy, but others can never forget the sinking feeling in the stomach while watching a dead-eyed toy try to act alive.
There's nothing in the world like a good friend.
You can say that again.
Number 6. Crypt Keeper Doll. Tales from the Crypt was a TV favorite for fans. What's even better? Translating its ghoulish host into a toy.
This little drama is about one of life's unexpected pleasures. Dying, that is.
While this doll technically hit store shelves in the early 90s, it's rooted in the 1989 horror show. With a rotting grin, sunken eyes, and shredded clothing, the Crypt Keeper doll looked worse for wear.
Greetings, Frank Bang.
Imagine walking into your sibling's room and being greeted by a half-rotted figure staring at you from the shelf. For older fans of the show, the doll was a collectible. For kids who stumbled across it, it was just plain scary. Blurring the lines between toy and Halloween prop, the Crypt Keeper was not exactly the cuddliest bedtime companion. The Crypt Keeper kept kids up at night, rather than putting them to sleep.
12-inch talking Crypt Keeper! Promise!
Number 5. The Boglins. In 1987, Tim Clark's Boglins slithered onto toy shelves, making their grand stage on the grotesque.
Come a little closer. Oh, did I scare you?
These rubber hand puppets were slimy, had bulging eyes, and gaping mouths. Inside, The Boglins had levers that allowed kids to move their eyes, mouths, and facial expressions. The result? They looked disturbing, and worse, they were alive. The marketing was also on point.
Don't get the phone! I said get it, not eat it!
The Boglins' glowing eyes and eerie packaging, which resembled a cage, gave the perfect impression of a horror pet. Creepy, cool, and unforgettable, the Boglins gave kids their share of the spotlight in many mischievous deeds.
And we're looking for good homes, maybe yours.
Number 4. Glowworm. Among the many dolls designed to comfort 80s children afraid of the dark, the glowworm from Hasbro's Play School had the exact opposite effect.
Glowworm, your child's good night friend.
All you had to do was give the doll's belly a squeeze, and its soft plush body lit up with a gentle glow. Sounds innocent enough, right? Until you add in the doll's blank, unblinking face. More spectral than soothing. For kids, the glowworm looked more like a ghost worm sitting on their pillow.
I love you, Glowworm.
It was downright creepy and didn't live up to its role as a nighttime buddy. Cute in theory, to sensitive sleepers, the glowworm felt more like a bedtime intruder than a bedtime pal.
And it's machine washable. Glowworm from Hasbro.
Number 3. Pee-wee Herman Doll. In the mid-80s, Pee-wee Herman was a TV superstar. Naturally, merchandise followed fame.
For the rest of the day, whenever anybody says a secret word, scream real loud!
In 1987, Matchbox produced a talking doll that took on Pee-wee Herman's appearance. The trademark gray suit, red bow tie, and wide smile made the doll seem harmless at first glance. A while later, that frozen grin quickly crossed into the realm of the uncanny. Worse, the pull-string voice box often malfunctioned, replaying Pee-wee's quirky catchphrases and distorted tones. Imagine hearing "I know you are, but what am I" on repeat in a warped robotic speech at 2 a.m.
I know you are, but what am I?
The glitch transformed comedy into horror. A fun merchandise turned nightmare guest, the Pee-wee Herman doll was one the kids preferred to avoid.
What's that? Major luck!
Number 2. Madballs. Few toys embodied the 80s ew motif like Madballs. These foam or rubber bouncing balls came decorated with grotesque, cartoonish faces.
We play with a Madball. We play with a Madball.
Invented by Amtoy and released in 1986 by Cloudco Entertainment, Madballs had an assortment of characters. There was Slobulus with one eye hanging out. There was Screamin' Mimi with his perpetual shriek. We think you get the point.
Now 8 great Madballs are joined by 8 great more!
Kids loved bouncing the balls around. The rotting teeth, exposed brains, and infected sores drove a grotesque craze. Madballs sold like hotcakes with over 10 million sold by the end of 1986. Revolting for the adults, they were a quintessential 80s creation with the perfect balance of fun and disturbing.
Soccer, everyone gets a kick out of the Super Madball!
Number 1. Talking Freddy Krueger Doll. You would think it made sense to keep A Nightmare on Elm Street for movie halls alone, but the 80s were a wild time. There had to be some merchandise, and there was. Released by Matchbox in 1989, there was the king of disturbing toys, the Talking Freddy Krueger Doll. The razor-gloved villain was now a toy that you could cuddle. Freddy wasn't just any slasher, he was a murderer who haunted dreams.
Come to Freddy.
Of course, this naturally translated to putting him in plush form for kids. The doll walked a fine line between collectible and psychological scarring. It was great for horror fans, but for unsuspecting kids, it wasn't all sweet dreams. It's difficult to imagine a less appropriate bedtime companion. Which of these toys would have kept you up at night as a kid? Let us know in the comments.
Pop goes the popple, pop goes the popple.